Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our Footy Fantasy Pod. Special one. We'll be talking about the big game yesterday, Pep v Jose. Uh, yesterday, we have two different reactions, of course. One person smiling, while another person, obviously the bubble has burst.
Yeah, I'm always good. I'm always good.
We're talking about Champions League also. That's why we have to bring our the champions, defending champions, six-pack winner, Dayo. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yannicka, thanks for joining us as always. Always good to have you here.
Yeah, no problem.
And title challengers, the mentality people who they were telling me, early season, like, yeah, they want to win the league. Jose will keep that mentality going. I remember that conversation in November. Welcome, Steven. Thanks for coming. It's good to have you.
Hey, thank you for the shade, man. You know, when the shade comes, that means we're the real competition for you, man. So
Okay.
Bring the shade. Bring the shade. You feel our power. That's why you threw the shade at me. Come on.
Okay, before we dive right into the topics, if you're watching this, please support the movement, subscribe, hit the like button, share. We're all on all social media. Follow, support. If you like podcasts, we're on podcast also. All our addresses will be at the end of the pod. You can also follow, I think, it's Yan City on all her platforms. She's also on Sarcasm City. Check her out also. Let's just go with you, the host, Yannicka. Tell us, how was that a statement victory? Champagne on ice. The champagne's on ice, right? One hand on the title. I think, in my opinion, I think one hand on the title at this point. Tell us about yesterday.
I think, to be honest, I think the Anfield game was the biggest statement because we don't normally win there. So to go there and win, that was a big statement for City. In terms of Spurs, we've kind of struggled a little bit against them recently, but that is mainly away. Even last season when they got a draw at our place, like, we were the better team for the majority of that game. So, yeah, I think City just need to keep winning and hope that United drop points, which is kind of happening, which is good. So, yeah, I think City, I'd be very surprised if they bottled it. I would be surprised. Because this City team, we've seen them time and time again go on and win when the pressure's on. So I think if they can win under pressure, which we have done over the years, I can't see how we would kind of let it slip. So yeah, I'd expect City to go on and win it, but obviously this league is so strange this season and it's so close that if you do lose 2 games, you could be looking at a completely different position. So I think, I believe if it gets to like 10 points, because it could be 10 points, then it might be a case of it's kind of clear. Do you know what I mean? Not clear as in we go clear, but clear as in no one can really catch us. So yeah, I'd like to think we can go on and win it from now. But yeah, so far so good, I'd say.
The game yesterday was so easy. It was just I didn't expect it to be that easy for you guys. It was just so easy. It was an easy game. Because when I didn't see Ruben Diaz start and I saw Laporte, I was like, oh, this could be closer than I think.
Yeah.
And I saw the lineup from Jose, and Steve will talk about it. It looked like he went for it. I was like, okay, plays Ndombele, plays Lamela. Like, okay, he's going for it, But I thought it was going to be very, very close. But when I saw how it was like, Spurs did not do anything in that game, in my opinion. So this is what, 15 wins in a row, right? All competitions.
16.
16. Wow. It's 11 in a row in the league. Is that what it is? Or 12?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Who was your man of the match for yesterday? Before we go to Steven, Yannicka, who was your man of the match?
My man of the match,
Yeah.
yes.
The trick question.
You know who it's going to be, innit?
She calls him Zinedine Gundogan. That's what she could see.
That's what I
That's what she calls him, Zinedine Gundogan. She's like, he's been on a different level. Okay, let's go to Mr. Jose Way. Tell us about Jose's way and how he's taking you guys to the next level from Pochettino. Please tell us.
I love the shade, man. I love the shade.
Yeah, today, just everything today is shade towards you. So I promised you what's gonna happen. I told you so.
Everybody has moments, okay? Anyway, what I saw yesterday, remember I wrote an article on the forum, the Facebook forum, some time back when
Can
Jose
you
was
give
at,
a volume of your laptop? Can you increase the
yeah,
volume of your phone? Either or.
when Jose was at Manchester United, right?
Yep.
I wrote a little article saying that Jose is confused.
Okay.
And soon after that, he was fired. And now I'm seeing the same signs from Jose at Tottenham. The main thing from Jose yesterday was that he lost his conviction. So Jose has been hit by so many pundits, press saying that the way he's playing is not the Tottenham way and fans are not going to like it and he has to go for it. So in recent games, he stopped parking the bus against ball holding teams, like possession teams, like Liverpool, Man City, that type of team. And he started trying to go for it, mainly by putting Lucas in that number 10 position. So Lucas is pressing the defenders, the opposing defenders, but he's not doing a good job tracking back. But because it gives us some attacking intent and Lucas is always pushing up, it helps us look like we're attacking well all the time. I expected that Jose, for me, not even Jose, just anybody with common sense, having beat City before 2-0, kept a clean sheet, and Laporte played in both games. Laporte played in the other game. But we won that by parking the bus. We had less shots last time when we won 2-0 than we had yesterday. But I expected that Jose would simply park the bus again, do what you did, have that midfield trio of Højbjerg, Sissoko, and Ndombele, and just hold, attack on the break. It worked before, do it again. But Jose has been moved by the pundits and everybody talking. He lost his conviction. He tried to come out and attack against City, and that is centrally against his core approach. I always think of Jose as, if you think of a young Jose coming up, and there are a lot of coaches that try to, even where I work, they try to go to Barcelona and learn to coach. A lot of young coaches learn to coach at Barcelona. Everybody will be learning the possession game, going to La Masia, learning how to play the 1-2s and the quick passes. And Jose is sitting there. The genius of Jose is that he was sitting there and like, okay, it's cool learning this game, but how do you stop it? And he devised a way to stop it. While everybody else in Spain was just copying that way and trying to do it better, he devised a way to stop it. That's the genius of Jose to me. Because genius, he thought different and came up with a different solution nobody thought about at that time. But to see Jose drop his conviction and come out to play against Man City, against Guardiola, that's a loss of confidence inside. And so that was the main thing I saw when I saw the lineup. So I knew it wasn't going to happen. In football, you have to repeat what works. It's just a simple common sense. It's the same thing against Wenger. When Wenger learned to win the league one way, with Vieira, Tony Adams, big defenders that could organize a defense, physical, imposing players, he won the league that way. Then later on, he was trying to win the league in a different way with small players playing tiki-taka. And I always knew, Wenger, something's wrong with you. This is not how you won before. You know how to win the league. It needs the strength. It needs people who marry the size, strength, and skill. So why are you trying to do it now with the Denilsons and, all those little players? It's a loss of conviction. So that's what I saw from Jose yesterday. That's the main point for me about the game. The other thing, side points of that, of course, Zinedine Gundogan, I love it. Yannicka, I love it. Seeing that dude play, and the fact that he didn't play in the first game when we won 2-0. He was on the bench the whole game. In this game, he was just running.
The guy put your man, Sanchez, on,
That
on the scooter.
Oh,
The guy was eating grass. I was like, wow.
the touch, man. I was teaching that to my boys this week, man, on Zoom. That control with your instep. I loved it. I loved it, man. I mean, with Sanchez, whatever, man. How can you be on skates in your own box? You know what I'm saying? I know it's wintertime, but leave the skates alone. I don't know what to say more about it. Gundogan was good. But for me, Jose lost his conviction. I
Okay.
never see him with confidence doing what is his game because it works.
Okay. Dayo, quick thoughts. Just as from outside looking in, what are your thoughts? Let me just maybe about Jose. Then I'll come back to Steven to wrap up about Jose. What are your thoughts about Jose and what's going on at Spurs?
Well, I won't say I'm not surprised. I've been watching. That's been the pattern with you at his last four clubs, going to like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to play one way, and I remember when Jose was coming up. I will admit something here. I used to like Jose when he was coming up because he was the kryptonite to Alex Ferguson. I was looking for someone that would smash Ferguson, and I remember in 2004, I did that run.
Dayo, remind me never to invite you on this pod again. Never. I'm not bringing you on again ever.
When he was doing that run on the touchline, I was doing that in college. You know, where you there too. Like, oh, at last someone got rid of Man U. But then he started getting very defensive. Him and Benitez brought made football dreary for everybody.
Yeah.
They will play legs of football and 0-0 both legs. 0-0, 1-0. They did it in 2007. They did it in I think 2006. They were just doing that. They were just killing the game
Correct.
until God and everybody bought into it that okay, that's the only way to play football and win. That was when Guardiola came in 2009. I'm like, okay, no, that's not the only way to play football, and that was why I became a Guardiola fan. Guardiola went to Bayern, played Bayern in 2009. I smashed us 4-0, and our management said, this is the kind of football I want to be watching.
Yeah.
And we'll do everything to get this guy. And he has not stopped since. Everybody came and were like, okay, when you get to EPL, you cannot do it. You have to do this way. You have to get muscular guys in your team. Now he has shown everybody that, okay, if you stay with your conviction and you spend money, everybody keeps saying, okay, money. Everybody has to spend money at some point in time. You can get a bunch of 5'8" guys and they'll play fantastic football. And one thing he did this season was you see the difference. He tried to when he lost David Silva, like I was telling you before the show. If at the beginning of this season they told you that in the past 3 seasons who are the five best City players, we mentioned De Bruyne, we mentioned Aguero, we mentioned David Silva, we mentioned Fernandinho, maybe Sterling and Laporte might be tied. He lost all five this season, and he's still doing well. What he's now doing better now this season is he had to reinvent himself. Gundogan taking the place of David Silva in midfield. The thing is, David Silva was an attacking midfielder who was kind of drafted into central midfield. It made them more offensive. They score more goals, but they are also more vulnerable. But Gundogan, a real center midfielder, is now playing in center midfield, and it's giving them more solidity in midfield. So it's nice to have one person, one Fernandinho or Rodri, and two attacking midfielders playing up front. It's nice for the goals, but it also makes you vulnerable at the back. But now, and Gundogan has found the shooting boots. Injury, he was always injured for the first 4 years, but now I think he has stabilized and he has shown what he could do, even probably better than he was at Dortmund. And Guardiola has always been in love with the false nine. He tried it everywhere he went to, and
Correct.
this probably is perfect false nine now. Rotate Sterling, rotate Mahrez, rotate Foden, everybody. Just confuse the hell out of everybody.
Correct.
So, so if you are the defender, Davinson Sanchez want to stay on Foden, he pulls you to the right. Sterling, then you have Sterling, he pulls you to the left. Then someone comes from Gundogan, just come from the middle and he's open.
Yeah. So you hit the nail there. Yeah. Let's wrap up with this so that we can go to Champions League. Steven.
Let me say something quick about that. So it is true, Dayo, what you said, and I honestly I like the way Guardiola played, but pulling people apart to me, I thought it was secondary to what was the mentality that we brought to the game. If you notice, y'all scored, Yannicka, y'all scored with a high ball from your goalie behind our defenders in a high line. That never happens to Mourinho teams. That's why I say it came from a loss of conviction from the beginning. He's trying to attack, play a high line. What? A Mourinho team? And then you could see the desperation at halftime. He tried to revert and park the bus again by bringing in Sissoko, who should have started the game. Sissoko should have started the game, parking the bus. But given that we were already down and chasing the game, it no longer makes sense to bring on a Sissoko because he's not going to help you chase the game. So then it was just desperation from there, just bringing on, who did we bring on? Dele Ali comes in from vacation. Bale comes in from the golf course. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Can I get in?
You know one thing I'm going to say, though?
Can I come in? But if I want to say that if we had parked the bus from the beginning, different game.
I think you still have lost, but that's fine. It's possible.
But Steven, you have to understand, in the context of the game, okay, let's say you were parking the bus and you considered a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you were trailing. Maybe the penalty, we might say, might be controversial, but, at that point, you have to try to get something out of the game. When you're parking the bus, the logic is for the opponent not to score. But when you have to you are behind for whatever reason, then you have to probably devise something else to get back into it.
Dayo, I see your point, but when you're parking the bus, the logic is not just to prevent the opponent from scoring. No, the logic is draw the opponent to play high so you can take advantage of the space behind. That's the logic. Parking the bus is not a totally defensive scheme. Honestly, it's a form of attack. People don't see it like that. It's a form of attack. And you're saying that you see Mourinho's game and it's always defensive and all that. And I'm saying, do it when it works. Against Man City, it works. Don't do it against Brighton. Don't do it against West Brom, but do it against the Liverpools, the Man Cities. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let's moving on. Let me ask you to close this section so we can move on to our Champions League talk. What is your minimum expectations for this season for Jose Mourinho? Because now he's out of the cup now, out of FA Cup. I know you guys are still in the Carabao Cup. You guys are still in Europa. You guys are chasing top 4, whatever. What's your minimum expectation?
He said whatever. Hey, look, it stays the same for a coach of the caliber of Mourinho, right? He might falter, but it stays the same. Like I said in the beginning of the season, top 4 and win a cup.
If he doesn't get any of the two,
huh?
If he doesn't get any of the two, what happens? What do you want?
If he doesn't get either of the two, of course, we're going to give a coach like Mourinho time. I would give him time. If I'm the chairman, I'm not going to say, oh, because you didn't meet top 4 in your second season, your first full season, then get out. No, I'm not going to do that. I would say he's given time. Remember, at the beginning of the season, he wanted the central defender. And Levy said no, and he brought in Bale instead. Bale was not Mourinho's signing. Mourinho's signing.
This is the one thing I don't like. Who like making excuses for.
Hold on. It's not an excuse.
No, I'm not going to listen to that.
It's just the truth. He wanted a center. Everybody knows this. You know he wanted Skriniar. Instead,
no, I agree with the defender. The defender part.
Money towards Bale, and that was Levy's idea. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. Now, so I'm not saying it as an excuse. I'm saying it as preparation for the next season. Definitely, just like the situation at Man U, definitely give the guys central defenders. That's all. That's all.
That's fair. I don't agree with the Bale thing because if Bale was going right now, all I'll hear is Mourinho masterclass. That's what I'll be hearing right now. But now that it's going wrong, he says it's not a signing. I'm like, So are you telling me that Levy is one signing players for Tottenham Spurs, right? And it's not Mourinho. Who's signing players now?
Great question. We talked about this before. First of all, accept that it's my team. I'm the authority on my team.
No, I research into Spurs. I do a deep research into.
Okay, so do you accept that or do you not accept that?
That you're the authority. You probably know better than me. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that I don't spend time researching into other teams. I do.
Fair enough. So let me tell you what happens in Spurs. Sometimes the manager has his say on who comes in, and sometimes Levy will drop a player on the manager.
Okay.
It has been happening since Martin Jol, even Harry Redknapp. Van der Vaart was not Harry Redknapp's son. Harry Redknapp always says this. All of a sudden, Levy said, hey, Van der Vaart's coming in. We have an opportunity for an $8 million deal.
That's fair.
That's how it happens at my club.
Okay. And that's how it happens at every club, actually.
Very good. Very good. So it's not.
I was going to say that too.
It's not an excuse. It's just saying that if we needed a central defender, the chairman decided to bring Gareth Bale. We still need a central defender.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's been that way for a long time, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, that's all. We need that central defender.
Okay. I just remember early in the season. all the praise, you came on here saying you can see the defensive mentality Jose has brought. Now that's going wrong. Now we need the defender. I'm like, there's balance here.
You're not hearing
It's fair. Let's move on. I just want to throw shit.
You're not hearing.
Remember that conversation.
Dayo, Yannicka, can you hear the point? What I'm saying is not what you're saying, Ayo. I'm not saying that the defensive mentality went wrong. I'm saying Jose has left the defensive mentality. He lost his conviction. If he was still doing the defensive mentality and it was going wrong, that's a different thing.
Okay.
If he parked the bus and lost, that's a different thing.
Okay.
I want him to stay on that. I want him to park the train.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. No problem. No problem. All right. Let's jump into Champions League conversation. Let's start with Yannicka. She's been quiet for a while. Out of all the fixtures, and I know your team is playing, I get that. But out of all the fixtures, which one is your? And I'll list it out because I feel like some of us here have not paid attention to these fixtures. Wink, wink. I know somebody who probably hasn't looked at the fixtures I sent. So Leipzig, Liverpool, Sevilla, Dortmund, Barcelona, Chelsea.
No, that's wrong. Barcelona, PSG.
Barcelona, PSG. Okay, yes, you're right. Sorry. Barcelona, PSG, Porto, Juve, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, Atalanta, Real Madrid, Lazio, Bayern, Gladbach, Man City. So Yannicka, which is your tie of the round? If it's City.
I'm tied between two.
Okay.
I think Leipzig, Liverpool could be interesting just because of the way Liverpool are playing. And obviously Leipzig, their performance against Man United, that could be interesting. Or Chelsea, Atletico.
Okay.
That's what I think. I'm not saying that our game's going to be easy. Our game will be interesting as well.
Yeah.
But I think them two will probably be more interesting.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Steven?
I missed something there. Who is Chelsea playing?
Atletico Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who is Barcelona playing?
PSG.
Okay. Yeah. I thought that was right. All right. That's I want to see most of all the Barcelona PSG game, especially with Pochettino with PSG. And there's some angst or whatever between him and Barcelona, right? Because he was the Espanyol coach. So I want to watch that game. Also because I want to watch Poch, see what he's doing with Neymar and all the players we couldn't give him. So I like that for him.
Okay. Dayo.
Yeah, I think Barcelona PSG will be the tie of the match of the round because of course Barcelona PSG, they are both big games. Big names, and I would have loved if Neymar was fit, but I would have loved Neymar against Barcelona, and PSG trying to impress his potential employer. No, Messi trying to impress his potential employer.
That's true.
Yeah. So, and I know Barcelona is on the way down. They've been trying to balance it out, but I thought PSG would be too strong for them, and I would have loved to see that. Both of them will attack anyway, so it would have been an exciting tie. Atletico Madrid, I was interested in that tie when Lampard was there because I knew Simeone would smash Lampard. Like that's day and night, like it will smash Lampard.
Correct. Yes.
But now with Tuchel, now it's more up in the air. Tuchel knows what he's doing, and Lampard just happened to be Chelsea's only,
Look at this guy. What does that mean? Hey, respect on Ole's name. Come on.
Okay. Chelsea's Kovac.
Lampard,
okay, Chelsea's Kovac.
Chelsea's Kovac. Okay. For me, the tie, yes. For me, it was PSG. Same thing with you guys. It's a shame. I think they have all these injuries now. So yeah, we'll talk about that when we do our predictions. The other one, I am really interested actually is Atalanta, Real Madrid. I think that tie is going to be very, very spicy. I really think so because Real Madrid are going to be for a shock in that game. I think they're going to be for a shock. So let's do our predictions. Let's stay with Dayo. Who goes through? Leipzig, Liverpool. Just tell me who goes through, and then we'll go around like that to the end.
Liverpool.
Liverpool goes through. Okay. Steven.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. First leg, I say they could draw. I say they could.
Go through. That's what I'm saying. Not
finally goes through. I'm gonna throw in Liverpool.
Liverpool. Okay. Yannicka, who goes through? Leipzig, Liverpool.
I think Liverpool will edge it, but it'll be close. It'll be close.
I think Liverpool's defense, center backs, the way they play. I think Nagelsmann is too smart. I think Leipzig going to go through. I think the guy's too
I
smart.
hope so. I hope so.
I think Leipzig goes through. Staying with Yannicka, Sevilla, Dortmund. My dear Dortmund.
Oh,
They're such a
Sevilla
team.
are really, really good in the Europa League, but in the Champions League, it's a little bit different. So I think Dortmund will go through.
Okay. Steven.
Yep, Dortmund all the way. All the way. Same thing. Same thing. I just don't think they're at Champions League level. They don't have the same success, and Dortmund has much more experience at Champions League level. So I'll
Dayo.
Sevilla.
I say Sevilla too. I've been watching. I'm watching German league. I'm watching Dortmund is like my second team. Yeah.
Nobody is they're trash right now.
They're in crisis. They fired their manager halfway. Their defense is terrible. Hummels is just.
Yep.
I don't think Dortmund goes through. Barcelona, PSG. Dayo.
PSG.
Oh wow. Against the GOAT Messi. Wow. Okay. That's a big call. Still in. Barca, PSG.
Barcelona. Messi's gonna come through, and yeah, I want Poch to have a good game. I don't want them to be. It'll be competitive, but Barcelona.
Okay, Ayo, let me put a caveat. I'm hoping Neymar is available for the second leg.
Okay.
It's not going to be decided in the first leg. If Neymar is available in the second, it's going to destroy Barcelona, like he did to Man U. Oh, there I go again.
This guy. Yeah, on the watch list. Yeah, on the watch list of people never to call. Yannicka, Barcelona, PSG.
I think Barcelona will go through.
Sadly enough, even though I want Poch to make some people, realize that they made a terrible mistake. Some people that we don't know made a terrible mistake firing them and going for a dinosaur manager. I think Barcelona goes through. Neymar.
Let me tell you a little quick bit about Poch. Poch said that Winks was his little Xavi.
That's fine. Anybody can say whatever.
I've already prepared Winks back.
That's fine.
Jose to go over.
Give.
If he comes in and buys him now, even though the transfer window is done, I'll give it to him, and he can even use him against Barcelona.
Jose gave McTominay Player of the Year when McTominay was horrible. So yeah, my point is managers can say whatever. my
point exactly. That was Jose, not Poch. Thank you.
Oh, that was Jose. Oh, okay. You said Poch. I was going by you. Said Poch.
I'm saying Jose has the insight.
Okay. Barca PSG, yeah. Neymar is injured. Di Maria is injured.
Is Verratti not injured?
Verratti is injured. They have, for me, that is the core of their team. Like those three guys, those are the guys that can make things happen. And Mbappe is not a guy that can create by himself. He needs people to create for him. So I think because of the first leg, I think PSG will have too much to do by second leg. That's what I think anyway.
Second leg is in Paris,
It's in Paris. Yeah, there are no fans. Doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
Porto, Juve, Dayo.
Juve.
You have 9 minutes, so let's rush through this. Juve, okay. Steven, Porto, Juve.
Yep, Juve.
That was probably easy, yeah.
Ronaldo, last chance, he's going to take it before he goes to jail.
Allegedly. Everyone, this is allegedly. Yannicka, don't put me in trouble, Steven.
It's got to be Juve.
Got to be Juve. Staying with you. Atletico Madrid, Chelsea.
I think Atletico Madrid will go through. They're flying this season.
Yeah. 7 points. I'll be 10 points with 2 games in hand. Yeah, I think they have Spanish League wrapped up. Steven, Atletico Madrid, Chelsea.
I say Atletico. I
Dayo.
don't know that Tuchel has the understanding of his team yet to win that game. Okay.
Yeah. Dayo.
I'll say Atletico, though it would be closer than it would have been if it was with Lampard.
Yeah, I agree to it. Yeah, I agree with exactly what Steven said. Yeah, perfect. I don't think he has enough time yet. Staying with Dayo, Atalanta, Real Madrid.
Well, that got me thinking after you said that, but I'll say Real Madrid.
Yes, Real Madrid. Hey, they're
Yeah.
veterans, so you can't count against them. Steven,
Is Ramos not suspended?
I think he
Because
is. You're right. I think
oh,
he is.
okay, if he's suspended,
I think he is suspended for one leg, for the first leg.
okay.
Steven, Atalanta, Real Madrid. Quick, we have 7 minutes left.
It's a tough one. Atalanta got beat 5-0 by Liverpool and drew Midgetland, Midgetland. So I say Real. It's tough. I say Real. I know they're in a bad moment, but I say
Okay. Yannicka.
Yeah, Real Madrid.
Real. Rough
Mm.
They know how to win in the Champions League.
That's
So
what everybody's been saying. When they've grayed out like early the last 2 or 3 years. But that's fair. I can see why I'm going Atalanta. That's my hot take that's my hot take. I think Atlanta will shock them with the attacking the way they play. Lazio Bayern, Yannicka.
Bayern.
Should we even ask everybody? Everybody says Bayern, right? Correct?
Oh well, I hope Bayern, but we're having issues right now. Muller has COVID. Boateng's girlfriend killed herself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's terrible.
So Gnabry got injured. I think Bayern will hedge it, but it will be closer than we think. And Bayern's defense has been horrible.
Okay, interesting. Okay, Dayo, stay with you. Your second team, Gladbach versus Man City. Man City.
Well, I think City will get this. Gladbach is not experienced enough at this level. Let me just say that City will have this.
City. Steven.
What do you want me to say? They just spanked us 3-0.
They give you that work. Give you that. Yannicka, hey, I know I need to ask, but I have to ask you.
Do you know what? Like, Gladbach are a good team, but I think City will do it only because the last couple of seasons we've gone out, like when we have gone out, it's been like 6-6 on aggregate. And I think City's defense are better this season. So I'd expect us to concede less. So for that reason, I think we'll probably go through. Hopefully, if Pep doesn't overthink it, that happens.
I think City goes through. I think they are my favorites. I'll just ask this one last question to wrap up. Before I wrap it up, who is your favorite for the Champions League? Everybody, who do you think is going to win it? I know it's a long way to go. Nobody's holding a gun over your head about this prediction. It's just your early thoughts. So I'll stay with Yannicka just to put you on the spot.
I'm going to back my team and say Man City. But yeah, it's a mentality thing. Once we get over the mentality thing, we'll win it. But I think Bayern are probably best placed.
Best placed? Steven, as an outsider that we both are, outsider looking in, since we're in the MDL Cup. we're both in the MDL Cup. In that cup, we don't both want to be in. So what are your thoughts? Yeah, we're both in it. I'm putting myself there. I know my team is there. I'm not even watching it. I am not watching Europa League. I've told everybody, nobody should call me, text me. I'm not reviewing Europa League. We don't talk about Europa League on this podcast. That's been banned. I don't care about Champions League. I don't care about Europa League.
Hey, I agree with that. Honestly. I was gonna say that the Premier League season is so competitive that it's damaging big teams' confidence. Just because every small team now has so much quality, you can't get a run in like before. With what City is doing in the Premier League, that confidence is going to help them ride in the Champions League. And so they can continue their run in the Premier League, where it's so competitive for everybody else, but they're finding solutions. Then I think they will win it. I think they should.
Finally do this yet?
Yeah.
They don't have the heritage, though. They don't have the European heritage.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Remember in the beginning of the season, we were saying that David Silva, they're not replacing him right. And I wasn't sure if Foden could come in and replace. I said that creative role has to.
I actually agree with you. I was just playing devil's. I agree 100. And I'll tell you why I agree.
I know, but I think it's interesting how they solved it, right? I was saying that creative role, that playmaker role, has to be somebody who's kind of has experience in that role. It can't be a Foden.
We have 2 minutes left. I have to cut you off.
And see what Guardiola did. He pushed Foden up and put Gundogan there. It solves it.
Yeah.
We
have 2 minutes left. I have to cut you off. Sorry. I don't want it to just end. All right, Dayo, quickly. Who? City.
At least they'll make the semi-final, so City.
City. Okay, you're not backing your team. Okay, interesting.
No.
So mine is City. Also, there's a model. I'm going to come from different angle. Analytics. There's an analytics model. I think I follow some sports analysts. 580 model that was done.
538.
538 model that was done like early season, and it put City to win Champions League and the league. And I remember when City was struggling, people were like abusing the person that did the model, like, oh, this person is terrible, blah, blah, blah. The model never changed. Even when City were doing bad, it put City there. And now I'm just like, I went back to that model. I'm like, wow, everything like it predicted based on goals, based on XG is coming, like it's hitting spot on now. I'm just like, wow.
They had Bayern win last season too.
Yeah. So that 538 model said the City, and because it says the City, I think this year they do it because of all things all of us have kind of said, and because of things I've said in the previous podcast. And it's not a jinx. I'm a United fan. I don't want you to see you guys do it, but I think you guys will do it here because, like everybody has said, I've seen Guardiola adjust this season. You know, I mentioned this on the last podcast. I can't remember that. I'd say you guys don't press us high. Your wingers talking now, and you most importantly, you guys don't give up quality chances anymore. City used to give up so many quality chances. They won't give up a lot, but the 3 or 4 they give up at like big chances that the striker will score or player will score. They don't give that up anymore. The chances City give up now are chances that you're going to find it very, very hard to score. You know, so yeah. Personally, I think they'll win this season, just because they found the solutions to the problems that has bugged them. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Well, this was fun. We've come to the end of the pod. Thank you guys for coming on. Yannicka, Jose, Wade, Steven.
All day. I ride with my energy. Come on, man.
Thanks for coming on. If you like our check our content at the end of the pod. Thank you.